Once upon a time, right here in Central Florida, there lived a really nice guy, Bob, and his dog Buster. They were best of friends, a man and his dog. They did all sorts of things that you might do with your dog. They went on walks together, played ball together, sang songs together, and in general, they simply had a rousingly good time. But little did they know, their lives were about to change forever, because one cloudy Monday morning, while taking their usual stroll around the neighborhood, they were suddenly transformed instantly into Cowboy Bob and Buster. Bob was quite the cowboy, and Buster had become strangely human. Together, they were a great team. Now, with the help of their ever-faithful companion, Deputy Franco, Bob and Buster are here every day to entertain and bring you the best cartoons from anywhere around. That's right, kids. It's time for the Cowboy Bob and Buster Show.
Today's the day we're gonna play. We're gonna have some fun with Cowboy Bob and Buster. Deputy Franco will keep you in line, and every week you'll have a new adventure. Oh my! We'll show you things you've never seen with cartoons we all know. It's the Cowboy Bob and Buster Show.
Hey, it's great to be together with you today here on the Cowboy Bob and Buster Show. On behalf of Cowboy Bob and Buster, this is Deputy Franco saying, welcome to the Pioneer Art Settlement. We're in the bakery here with our good friend Diana Johnson. Diana, it's great to be together with you here.
Oh,
now,
thank you.
Now, you're a baker, right?
Yes.
What exactly do you do as a baker? You bake?
Well, we're going to be baking a Lassie Cake.
A Lassie Cake?
A Lassie Cake.
And you do things here from scratch, right?
That's right. We're going to make it with all the fresh, natural ingredients.
So instead of, why would you want to do that? I mean, I can go to anybody can go to the store and get a box, a cake box, and make it from the box.
Yeah, but with this, we know exactly what's going into it. There's no preservatives or anything like that in there that we may not want in there, and it tastes better.
Yeah?
Oh, yes, it tastes a lot better.
How do you know?
Oh, you want to try it?
Sure.
Okay, we can do that.
But we got to bake one first?
Sure.
Oh, great! I want to do this from scratch. We're gonna make a whole cake from just ingredients. This is great. Hey, we're gonna come back to the bakery here, and we're gonna make a cake in just a short bit, right after this cartoon.
If you want to be as happy as the woman in the shoe. eat your bread, so go ahead and wash and hurry into bed. Shoo, 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 remember, no music around here.
My mama don't allow no music played in here. She don't allow no music in here. But when I get what she don't allow, I play my music anyhow. My mama don't allow no music in here. Now my mama don't allow no piano played in here. She don't allow no piano played in here. But when I get what she don't allow, I play my piano anyhow. Now my mama don't allow no guitars in here. She don't allow no guitars in here. But I don't care what she don't allow, I play my guitar anyhow. My mama don't allow no music in here. Mama don't allow no music in here. But I care what she don't allow, I play my music anyhow. My mama don't allow no music in here. Now she don't allow no shoes hop in here. No, mama don't allow no shoes hop in here. But when I care what she don't allow, just play my shoes hop anyhow. Now my mama I get what she don't allow, I play my harmonica anyhow.
So you see that raising children isn't very hard to do if you only take it easy like the woman in the
Hey, we're glad you're back with us here, right at Barberville at the Pioneer Arts Settlement. We're about to bake this cake. What kind of cake is it?
It's a Lassie Cake.
A Lassie Cake. Like, what? You don't want to make a Lassie Cake? Oh, you want to make a Buster cake. Lassie was a dog, that's right. Remember Lassie was a great dog? And you want to make a Buster cake. Can we change the name to Buster Cake?
Sure,
We're
we'll
going to
do
make a
that.
Buster Cake. This is great, okay? Okay, what do we do first?
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out a cup of sugar.
A cup of sugar,
A cup
okay.
of sugar.
And we washed our hands, right?
We always wash our hands.
Yeah, we just
before
washed our hands
start.
for everybody.
And we're using the old-fashioned measurement of using a coffee cup.
Okay,
So we're measuring into the coffee cup,
that's just regular white sugar.
regular white sugar. Okay, we'll put that in the bowl. Then we're
Okay.
going to use a cup of brown sugar.
Cup of brown sugar.
I don't know.
Here, can I scoop this one?
Yeah, you can scoop. Do you know how to measure brown sugar?
No, how do you measure brown sugar?
Well, you're going to put some brown sugar in there, and then you're going to press it down in there
Ah, okay.
real firm,
Yeah, I see that.
and then you just keep filling it up.
Oh, this looks fun. This is
And then
great.
pressing.
It's just so it's firm, right?
So it's firm. It makes an accurate measurement.
That's just for brown sugar. For white
That-
sugar, it just sits.
That's
Okay.
right. Okay, so we're going to put the brown sugar in there.
And we got a cup of white sugar and a cup of brown sugar.
That's right. And we're going to put it all in there together.
Okay.
Then we're going to mix in a half a cup of melted butter.
Half a cup of melted butter.
And this is real butter.
Sure.
This is not margarine. And we're going to stir that together.
You want me to stir it for you?
Sure, why don't you
Oh, I like this. My mom used to do this all the time. And then I would get to lick the spatula afterwards.
Well, after we're done, if you want to do that, you can do it.
Oh, neat, thanks. You mix it all the way up, huh?
Mix it all the way up.
This is fun. Boy, you can see this is great. Good time.
Okay, then we're going to get 2 cups of flour.
2 cups of flour.
And we're
Oh, so we gotta go outside in the garden and pick them?
Oh, no, we're going to use wheat flour.
Wheat flour.
Wheat flour. Okay, right over here.
This is wheat flour. It looks like white flour. Is white flour the same as wheat flour?
Yes,
So some wheat flour is white flour.
well,
It's white in color.
that's right. Okay, here we're using the measurement again, and when we get it measured, we're going to put it in a sifter.
A sifter. What's a
A
sifter?
sifter. A long time ago, when they ground the wheat, sometimes there were like little lumps in it
Uh-huh.
from the hulls of the wheat grain. So in order to get them out, because you don't want that in your cake, you're going to put it through a sifter, and it's going to take out any lumps that might be in there.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And so even though we have our regular flour from the store today, we're still going to sift it together because we're going to sift our spices in with it.
And there could be lumps in there if it was the...
There might be
old
lumps
days.
in there, and so we're going to put the 2 cups in there.
2 cups of
Then
flour.
we're going to add cinnamon and nutmeg and salt.
There's cinnamon, nutmeg,
Right.
and salt. Those are all... cinnamon, nutmeg are what? Those are...
Spices.
Spices, yeah.
That's right. And the way we're going to do it is the old-fashioned way again. We're going to measure it in our hand instead of using a measuring spoon. That's approximately a teaspoon.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of nutmeg,
Yeah.
and a teaspoon of salt.
Salt. It almost looks
Salt.
like sugar, but it's salt.
Yeah, but it's salt. Doesn't taste like sugar.
Well, it tastes different, yeah.
Yeah. Then
And
we're
then-
going to use the sifter.
You crank it on the side there,
That's right.
and the little wheel goes around,
And all the flour and the spices get put down into there.
and there's no more lumps.
And if there's any lumps, it's going to stay inside.
Wow, neat.
All right. Then we're going to stir that together.
We got a big pile of ingredients.
That's right. And now when we mix it, it's going to kind of get to a crumbly stage.
Oh, but
You
it
can-
smells great.
Yes, can smell the cinnamon and the nutmeg in there.
It's getting to that crumbly stage.
Right, getting to the crumbly stage here. Now what we're going to do when we get it all mixed together is we're going to take out about a half a cup, and that's going to make our crumb topping to put on top, because we're not going to put frosting on this cake. Many people didn't have the extra sugar to make a frosting, so they used a minimum amount that they could use a crumb topping. Sugar was very expensive. It had to be imported in, brought in
Oh.
by boat or by cart.
Uh-huh.
So instead of, wasting so much sugar on frosting all the time, they made crumb toppings for a lot of their things. And we're going to take out about a half a cup of that
Okay.
and just set it aside for a few minutes. Then we're going to add the liquid, because we have to have it all into a liquid to make it come together.
Okay.
And we're going to put in,
What kind of liquid are we going to use?
we're going to use a cup of buttermilk.
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 1 cup.
1 cup of buttermilk. Now we're going to add an egg. Would you like to do that for me?
Oh, sure. You know, I learned how to do this. My mom taught me how to crack an egg with 1 hand
Well, good.
and make no shells. Watch
Take it
this.
right in there. Oh, very good. Excellent.
Wait, no
You
mess.
put the shells right in there. Right. Now for a cake, we want it to rise, so we're going to use baking powder, baking soda.
Baking soda?
Baking soda.
That makes it rise?
That makes it rise.
So it's going to start out like this, like a liquid, and then it's going to puff up
It's
like
going to puff up
cakes.
like we know cakes, right. And what happens if we're going to mix the acid of the buttermilk with the baking soda, it will start bubbling if we leave it there sitting there for a while. But since we want to go ahead and get this cake in the oven because I know you want to taste it,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to pour it right into there.
Uh-huh.
Stir that up. Get it all stirred up really good. Then we're going to pour it into a pan. Put that crumb topping on it.
Yep.
And then put it in the oven at 350 degrees
That's hot.
for about 25 minutes.
That's a long time.
Well, but you can smell it, so you can really be hungry when it comes out of the oven.
Oh, look. Well, we went from sugar, which is dry and white. We added the colors of the nutmeg
And the
and the cinnamon, and it got kind of like a brown.
Brown.
And then like this, and then we added flour. That made it lighter, and then we added the egg, and now with the buttermilk, it turned into a liquid.
That's right.
Like a goo,
That's right. Now we're going to pour this into the pan.
and it's a lighter color again. Boy, this is fun, huh?
Well, it gives you something to do on an afternoon.
Yeah. And then you get to have a reward later on and eat the
That's
yummy
right.
food.
Now we're going to spread this out a little bit. Then we're going to take the crumb topping, sprinkle it on top.
That's the topping there.
This is the topping.
Oh, so that's not going to rise when it's cooked.
Well, it'll come up with it a little bit, but it'll have sort of little sugary, cinnamony tasting stuff on top. You might be used to having it like maybe on a coffee cake or something like that.
But this is a lot more fun than doing with a box of cake.
Yeah,
Or a cake
do
box
a lot more things,
mix.
and then you put it in the oven.
And it didn't take long at all. That was only a few minutes.
Yes, that's all it
You
takes.
just take it, stick it in the oven, and bake it for,
25 minutes,
25 minutes at
on
300.
350 degrees.
and that's it.
That's it.
And then we get to eat it.
That's the best part.
Oh, this is great. Boy, I can't wait. Hey, you know what? You gotta watch a cartoon now. We have a cartoon, and when we come back, we're gonna see a cake that's already been baked. Okay? This is gonna be great. You watch this. Okay? It's a good cartoon. Yum.
It ain't gonna rain no more, no more. It ain't gonna rain no more. My, it's gonna be dry, 'cause it ain't gonna rain no more.
What's the idea?
'Cause it ain't gonna rain no more.
Hey, now it's time. We're going to reap the benefits of our hard work here in the bakery. Diana, it's time to get the cake out of the oven.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's smelling really good.
Oh, it smells great. Buster can't wait, and Bob's all excited. Look at that. Oh, it's great. Now what? Now what?
Now we would let it cool, and then we're going to cut it up and eat it.
Okay. Well, you got one over here that's already cooled off, right?
That's right.
Well, let's cut it up and eat it, okay?
Okay.
Yum. Oh, this looks great. Boy, it smells good, huh? Well, we're going to start eating this. Okay, so we've already cut it with this. What's this?
A spatula.
Spatula.
Right.
We cut it with a spatula, and now we can eat it.
That's
because
right.
it's already cooled off.
That's cooled off and ready to go.
And we need to wait till it's cooled off. Completely, the pan is cooled off
Right.
before we cut it, but also before we wouldn't want to touch this. Oh, so you're using this. What's this?
This is a pot holder, or you can use a towel just to keep yourself from getting burned on the hot pan. You need to be real careful.
Okay, well, remember that too. And you know what? Here's another safety tip. Kids, if you're ever near an oven and you're going to use an oven or a stove, always make sure there's an adult present, okay? An adult always has to be around. That's right. That's what Bob always says. Make sure there's an adult around, whether you're using a knife or anything like an oven or anything hot like that, okay? Even a fire, like we were over at the blacksmith shop, okay? Well, Diana, thank you very much for sharing this information with us and allowing us to make a cake here and learn a whole bunch of good stuff.
Well, I'm glad you could come, and I hope you enjoy the cake.
Oh, this is going to be great. Hey, kids, we want to see you again tomorrow, okay? So come back here at the Cowboy Bob and Buster show, and well, I got to eat now. So we'll see you, okay? Bye! Ooh.